All right, the celebrations continue this afternoon. We're launching and unveiling the CAF 2025 trophy here in Dube, Soweto. Thank you to Total Energies, but at this moment, I'm with prospective champions, which is Bafana Bafana, and the CEO of SAFA is here, Lydia Monyepao. Lydia, good afternoon and welcome to Omni Audio Africa.
Good afternoon and thank you for having me.
It's only a pleasure, man. We've qualified for a number of big tournaments. Let's start with the under 20, now the under 17. At junior football, the progress looks very good. What has been the turning point of the association?
I think for us, we have to be thankful for everyone pulling their weight. From the local football associations to the regions, to the provinces, and also not forgetting the clubs, the PSL, the NFD clubs. I think club licensing ensures that all these academies that they have are producing the talent. I mean, you see week in, week out, the quality of football that is being played in the Diski League. That's where we get our talent. And it means that there are more platforms for our coaches to go and discover this talent and bring into the national team. So for us, it's about everyone, the ecosystem of football working to ensure that we identify the talent and we bring it forward so that it can be seen and be competitive on the international stage.
I'm impressed by our local coaches that are at the World Cups. We have Datem Daka, now Veli. For me, it's like, really, the machine is working. I don't know how you're getting this right with now not relying on coaches from outside of the country, but using our own locally trained through the badges of SAFA to train our junior teams and women teams for that matter. Is it maybe the plan that we had over time, or maybe it's just a revolving of our football?
Look, we always say, we need to grow our own timber. So from us as a South African Football Association, it was ensuring that we empower coaches, through the different certificates. I think if you remember, for many years, we were not giving out the CAF certificates.
Yes.
But now since 2022, we have been giving out the CAF B license, the CAF A license. So more and more coaches are being trained. We should not only celebrate the success between the four white lines, but what is happening outside the four white lines is not only about the players,
yes,
but who is training the players to be on the quality that they're
yes.
at. We have to remember the coaches, we have to remember the referees and everyone else. But the investment we put into our coaches right now speaks volumes in terms of the quality of football that our players are playing out there. So it's not by accident that you're seeing the likes of Coach Raymond Daka, the likes of Coach Vela Kumalo, Desiree Ellis, and all of them producing this talent and also taking our teams to these international competitions and being recognized by the likes of CAF.
Yes.
It's because of the investment that has gone into these coaches over the number of years.
Well, I must say that all our coaches on boys and girls are doing very well. Let's now turn our attention to Banyana. They've just qualified for another WAFCON. It's a big thing for us because some countries are not even qualifying or have never been to WAFCON. We are champions in 2022 and we're looking at a situation whereby we want to win this thing again. The preparedness of the team, are we working hard on that?
Well, look, firstly, this AFCON is everything to us. This Women's AFCON in 2026 in Morocco will be everything to us because remember, this one carries a FIFA Women's World Cup ticket, unlike the last one we played in. This is a qualifier for Brazil 2027 as well. So we had to be there. And obviously it was a tough journey for us because DRC were not that easy a team, to beat, but the team came through and ensured that we qualified. But, the quality of players we've seen, it was about unearthing new talent as well. So we've seen that in the team right now, there are some gaps. If you saw the game against DRC, we struggled. There are some gaps in the team, and also Coach Desiree said, there are gaps, I need to fill these gaps. So we are giving her the support that she needs. We'll start now in November. We have a FIFA international break for the women. we are looking at various countries that we can play an international game with, so that she can see where are the gaps and how does she plug these gaps. So we've got now, between now and next year March, to ensure that she prepares thoroughly for this tournament. And also, we need to bring in new players. I mean, she said herself to say some of the players, maybe they look a little bit tired, maybe they're near the end. So it's about bringing new talent from the Hollywood beds so that we can elevate the team more.
And have a bigger pool.
Yes.
You're right. When you look at countries like USA, they are now on a revolving state. You go to Germany, same thing. Denmark, same thing. Let me say all Scandinavia actually. They are all revolving because they haven't won the World Cup in a long, long time. So they are trying to find new players as well. And even Europe generally, if you look at Switzerland, who played well in the last tournament as hosts, they did very well. And then Italy are coming up again. Well, Spain, what can you say about Spain? What can you say about England? They're always ready, those ones. But I think it's good for you to have new faces and a bigger pool of players from the Hollywood Bets League and also from other structures that we have. Moreover, Sasson is coming back, so it's going to be nice to have a bigger pool of players. Bafana, we're going to AFCON next month and the World Cup in 2026 June. And big guns in Africa are not going to AFCON like Ghana, not going to AFCON. Cameroon is not going to the World Cup.
Well, not yet.
See, maybe
the playoffs now. Yeah.
Maybe not. But for now, they're not going.
Yeah.
Nigeria is not going. Gabon is not going.
Yeah.
You see, DRC is not going.
Yeah.
So we don't know.
Yeah.
I'll say it now that they're not going. We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
But those who have qualified, it's a sign that we're not in the top 10 by mistake. Not by mistake. But those are top teams in Africa that have qualified. Now, with us going to AFCON, we got a bronze medal in 2023. What are the prospects now?
Look, we want to win this.
I want to win
AFCON.
it too. I want to win it.
We want it. We wanted this trophy.
Yes.
We're hoping that on the 18th of January, our Bafana team can lift it. That is our wish. That is our dream. That is our hope. Realistically, it's going to be tough. I
Very
can tell
tough.
you that.
Yeah.
When we went to AFCON in Ivory Coast, nobody knew Bafana. They knew there's South Africa, but they haven't done so well. They haven't done well in Africa in a very long time.
They don't know.
And we
What
surprised
we
a
know.
lot. We started with Morocco.
The number one team in the continent.
In Qatar, 2026 FIFA World Cup.
And you showed them flames.
Yeah, you know. So people then started waking up to say, hey, this is Bafana, this is what they're capable of. So, but now when we go into Morocco now, everyone knows what to expect, given our performances in the qualifiers of the AFCON itself last year.
And the World Cup.
And also the World Cup that just concluded, the qualifiers now. So everyone knows what to expect. They know that now we're no longer a dark horse.
No,
we are
favorites.
One of the favorites.
Favorites.
And that is a huge thing to carry in our shoulders, getting into a tournament. So there's a huge responsibility for this group of players going to Morocco. I think it's about being focused, being focused. But what I've seen with this team, I can say we have to have the belief in them.
Yeah, I started something called We Believe. I don't know if you had seen it. I started it in 2019 when we went to Egypt. I started a movement called We Believe. And people thought I was crazy when I said, one day, you'll see what this team's gonna do. On a serious note, Monyepao, our team, Bafana, has always been up there because of the stature of South Africa as a country. But in football terms, we've always been like, Tababona. But now that we've made a statement, we've qualified for back-to-back AFCONs, top of our group, qualified for the World Cup, top of our group. What do you allude that to as an association?
I think, like I said, it's about, firstly, I have to really give credit to the PSL, because Bafana without the PSL, it wouldn't be Bafana. We know the majority of our players are playing in the PSL locally. We only have about 3 to 4 players that are coming from outside. So it's the quality of football that is being played week in, week out by the likes of Sundowns, Pirates, Kaizer Chiefs, everybody else. So we have to be thankful for this. What's happening in the PSL as well. As much as I'm thankful to the DDC in terms of what's happening in the under 17, in the under 20s for our qualifications. But the PSL has been really instrumental in ensuring that our team is performing out there. I think if you remember Brazil, back then when Brazil was winning the World Cup, nobody knew Brazil. No, the majority of the Brazilians were playing in their own league. When Egypt was dominating Africa, the majority of the players were playing in
Egypt. Yeah.
So now it's us now. We've given. There's an investment that is going into the PSL. A lot of players have come from outside to play in here. And so the quality for football has gone up. The quality of our own players has gone up so that we can, and playing also in the CAF Champions League and also in the Confederation Cup has really been critical, because back then the teams would say, playing in Africa, it's too much work. But now everybody wants to play in Africa. And this is bringing our quality of football on a much, much higher level. And it means that we can elevate to a real greatness now.
Well, I must say, very impressive what you just told me. And I'm wishing Bafana and under 17 and Banyana Mantomazana, whenever they start playing, I hope they do get what they're worth. And surely Bafana will do well in the AFCON. In the World Cup,
AFCON and then World Cup after.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the CEO of SAFA, Monyepao. Thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate and wish Bafana and Amajimbos the best of luck in their respective tournaments. Signing off for Omni Audio Africa, I am your president, Baba Mthethwa. Thank you, Monyepao.
Thank you.